The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has emerged the candidate of the People's Democratic Party for the Edo State governorship election scheduled for September 19. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the International Monetary Fund has predicted a gloomy global economic recession for 2020. The fund said the global economy is expected to contract 4.9% this year, which is 1.9% below the April 2020 World Economic Outlook forecast due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. While stating its April projection, the IMF said the global economy is plunging into its deepest crash since the Great Depression of the 1930s. Therefore, governments and health officials need to work together to prevent an even worse effect. At number 9, on Thursday, a nationwide vote on constitutional reforms that could extend the government of the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, to 2036 was casted. Election officials opened polling units in the lead-up to the official voting day on June 1st in order to reduce the risk of overcrowding that could spread coronavirus infections. The vote, which was initially scheduled for April 22nd, was postponed by the Kremlin as coronavirus infections increased and officials had to impose restrictions to curb the spread. At number 8, the chairman and chief executive officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Mohammed Abdallah, says tramadol is a major incentive that triggers insurgency in the northeast. He stated this on Thursday in an interview ahead of this year's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking scheduled for tomorrow, June 26th. Abdallah revealed that drug abuse increased during the lockdown occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic. Also, that tramadol fuels insurgency because every Boko Haram camp has an overrun of the drug. At number 7, yesterday a high court in Igbo-Shere, Lagos State ordered the imprisonment of two brothers, Olamilekan Oke and Akande Adeyinka, for their alleged involvement in the rape and killing of the wife of the managing director of Mex Nigeria Limited, Gildas Toto. The two brothers are facing two 8-count charge bordering on conspiracy, murder, attempted murder, unlawful assault, robbery, armed robbery, and rape. The wife of Gildas, Benedict, was sexually assaulted and brutally killed on December 8, 2019 in their home in Ikoyi, Lagos State. At number 6, the Eiffel Tower has reopened for the first time since France imposed its coronavirus lockdown in March. The tower reopened on Thursday, though tourists will not be allowed to the top of the Paris landmark until later this summer. About 50 visitors, mainly French, made the first steep climb by stairs to the first two levels, as elevators will remain closed because of social distancing concerns. At number 5, Ghana has promised to rebuild the demolished Nigerian High Commission in Accra. Ghana's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shirley Bochewe, said this on Thursday while briefing journalists in Ghana on the outcome of the investigation into the destruction of the commission. Hoodlums had on Friday night attacked and demolished the official residence of the High Commission of Nigeria, which was under construction. The Ghanaian government has, however, apologized to Nigeria and pledged to restore the building to its original state. At number 4, with the surge in coronavirus cases across the southern and western parts of the United States, officials are once again imposing tough measures in worst-hit states in order not to infect recovering areas like New York. Some officials, including the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, who loosened restrictions on business, dining, public gatherings, and tourism, are now urging residents to stay at home. On Wednesday, northern states that made progress in recovering from the pandemic urged visitors from U.S. hotspots to isolate themselves. Over 121,000 persons have died from the virus in the U.S. since the global pandemic. At number 3, the National Executive Committee of the ruling All Progressives Congress on Thursday appointed Governor Mai Mala Buni of Yobe State as Chairman Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Committee of the party. This was announced by the personal assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on new media, Bashar Ahmad, on Twitter, as the NEC meeting was held. He also confirmed the dissolution of the National Working Committee of the APC. This is coming after the forum of former members of the House of Representatives in the All Progressives Congress sent a letter to President Muhammadu Buhari to consider dissolving the National Working Committee of the APC. They claimed the leadership of the National Working Committee had lost the moral pedestal to superintend the affairs of the party. At number 2, for the second time this week, armed officers and men from the Federal Capital Territory Police Command sealed the National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress. The National Secretary of the National Working Committee of the APC, Waziri Bulama, was among those prevented from entering the National Secretariat of the party. The police had on Tuesday sealed off the APC National Secretariat due to the crisis rocking the political party. However, the National Secretariat was unsealed by the police as caretaker committee meeting resumed. At number 1, The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has emerged the candidate of the People's Democratic Party for the Edo State governorship election scheduled for September 19. Obaseki emerged the party's candidate after his closest rival, Ken Imaswabon, stepped down from the race few hours to the primary election. Some days ago, another candidate, Gideon Ikine, had stepped down from the governorship race and pledged support for Obaseki. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.